Hello, it's Demi from Rockstar Priestess here for another episode of Avalon Priestess TV, and today I am sharing with you a transmission of what it means to walk and serve as priestess in the modern day world. A priestess is one who walks with devotion, and devotion is simply walking in love. She allows love to be her motivation, to be her guiding light. And she comes back to this. She is pulled off it often. We all are. We're human. But a priestess is here to lead with love and to be in devotion to spirit, to goddess, to God, to Aphrodite, to whoever it is that she sees as the great divine. And she can serve that divine however she chooses, however is right for her, through dance or song, through meditating, through creating art, through serving people, through doing drives for food for the homeless shelter, for fostering poorly hedgehogs, through all the different ways that she chooses to be in devotion and service to love in the world. And when a priestess comes and she steps up into that public position of priestess, something different happens. We call on the archetype of the priestess, she who stands between the realms. For a priestess is someone with one foot in the physical world and one in the energetic. She holds both edges. And she knows that everything is rooted in the energetic realm first. So she holds those magics and mysteries. She holds the skills of manifestation, of ceremony, of thinking and speaking her world into being, because a priestess is always a magician. Always, even if they don't want to admit it. She always holds that energy and essence of being able to come from that energetic realm. And as this priestess holds both the energetic and the real world in her hands, she is the point of contact between the both of them. She weaves the love and the messages, the freedom and the choice of the energetic realm, of that awareness of something bigger and greater into our real physical reality. And she lends that practicality and that weight of the physical realm into the energetic, so she and others don't get lost in dreams and fantasy and not know how to bring them in. Priestesses are balance holders. That is why the most famous priestess symbol and the symbol of chalice well in Glastonbury, which is the heart of the energy of the priestesses of Avalon, is the Piscis. Those two circles overlapping. Because the priestess holds the boundaries of two things, and where they come together, a third thing is created. That is the portal of love. When a priestess stands up and serves as priestess, she holds those ancient ancestral rights of the priestess. And even though this tradition has been forgotten, even though there has been a break in this practice of the priestess, as we remember it, it is there again. Priestesses were here. Priestesses were there, and they are here today to celebrate life. The priestesses of the goddess know that divine isn't somewhere far away from us, that we cannot touch. They know that divine is imminent, that goddess is here in everything, and she is here in life. And thus life is something that has to be held sacred and celebrated and honored. And this isn't just a thought. This isn't just a thought that turns into action when one political party wants control of a particular gender's body or whatever. It is a living, breathing thing. It is us as priestesses being awake to the beauty and the sacredness of life, of training ourselves to see that and to experience it, and not just think it, but feel it in our bodies, and be the one who can be that anchor of celebration and sacredness for others. And this is the priestess in public service. She is one who holds ceremonies. She holds the rites of passage, the forgotten rites of passage in our world. In the Western world, we just have marriage, and that's why it's such a big thing. But there are so many rites of passage which we need to be honored and anchored and ceremonially stepped through so we can move forward in our life with power and grace. We have the menarche ceremony of girls getting their first blood. We have the becoming a mother ceremony of a new mum stepping into that role and making that choice. We have divorce ceremonies of when we're letting something go. We have ceremonies of stepping into a new chapter of our lives or leaving something behind. We have ceremonies of aging, the different phases of life we go through. All of these can be marked by a priestess. And all of these, when marked by ceremony, when seen as sacred and celebrated, when seen in presence through the eyes of love by a priestess standing there, become anchored moments, become rarefied times of clarity, where all the scattered energies from whatever transition has been coming through can lock into place and create something so that the person receiving the ceremony can integrate what is happening. This integration piece is missing from our world. And that is what the priestess is here to hold. We hold space. We create ceremony. We create opportunities for people to honor and celebrate their lives and to integrate the passage of life. That is the heart of what priestesses do. We honor life. And for those of us who have a calling to step up and do this publicly, we can offer ceremonies. We can lead classes and courses. We can found temples. We can incorporate the priestess skills of presence, ceremony, deep listening, understanding, and bringing the sacred in to all parts of our lives, all parts of our lives and all parts of the lives of the people we work with, whether we're out and proud and public as a priestess, or whether we're stealthy and we're keeping it quiet and we're just gently disseminating these skills and the love of the priestess, the goddess, into places where they wouldn't even understand what the goddess was or what a priestess was. Because being a priestess isn't exclusive. It's not just for people who also believe in goddess, who also believe that Aphrodite is awesome and Morgan Le Fay is the best. I don't just serve those people. I serve life. So I am here to serve, and you as priestess are here to serve anyone who needs that spark of life being honored. And it doesn't matter what religion they follow. We are all alive, we are all beating, we are all here, and we hold this energy and transmission of right now being sacred. And we do this for ourselves, marking our lives through ceremony. We do this for ourselves by turning inwards in devotion and looking towards that sacred heart of who and what we are. For the spiritual path is always an inward-facing path. That is why the priestesses of Avalon live in the mists that force you inwards, who are veiled, who force you inwards, yeah? They go within to understand themselves and deal with their own shadows so they can become a truer transmission of who and what they are. And so that they can open as a vessel to contain more and more and more of the energy of the goddess, so it just seeps out into the world. We do this for ourselves through our own devotion, through our own rhythmic ceremony, and for others by being the person who can bring these rites of passages back to the world. A priestess is a passage holder. She stands on the threshold between two things: and holds people's hand as they step through. Whether that is through a portal of marriage or divorce, a ceremony of stepping into life as a mother or a miscarriage. Whether that is stepping into a new life, living on a boat and leaving behind a difficult job. We stand at those liminal places and hold presence and witness as people step through, because when you're witnessed, stuff happens. The energetic realm echoes, and our transformation is deeper than it could have been otherwise. These arts of the priestess are needed. And if you feel this is your work, you're needed to step into it. There are so many ways to do this. And there is a way to do it that is in complete alignment with your own specific goddess-given interests, desires, obsessions, fascinations. That's what's so cool about being a priestess. It's not a, oh, you have this one book and you must do sermons from this one book in one way and this is the setup. No, we get to play. Of course, that's the energy of the goddess, right? Life, play, ecstasy. So if you would love to learn how to step into this, I invite you to book a call with me. And we can talk about how stepping into a priestess would look for you. Or I invite you to come and examine my Priestess of Avalon training, which is my big, in-depth, delicious learning academy of all the arts of the Priestesses of Avalon, everything they would have learned in depth, so that you can step up into your greatness and serve. Be that passage holder, be that keeper of the rights of life, be the one who is in devotion and service to tending the beauty of life. I'm sending you so many blessings. I'm calling the priestesses home.